Okay, it seems like we are in the live mode. The only question that bothers me if I can see all the comments. Let's see. Um, okay, I want to see YouTube and Facebook comments. So okay, should be able to. Comments. Okay, I guess I can see the Facebook comments now, and I should be able to see the YouTube comments. Okay, so not sure how many people are going to be joining us. So let's give it a few minutes. Okay, when you join, if you could please just put a comment how you can hear, if the sound is fine, if you can hear me well. Today we're going to talk about the path to the personal discovery or self-discovery through the date of birth point of view, because eventually uh, our options or our best routes, they are decoded into the date of birth. And I've been exploring this subject for over 10 years now, and last 7 years I've been practicing as a consultant to help other people to find this best routes and shortest path to the self-discovery and helping to reveal hidden gifts and talents. So yes, there's many things I can share with you guys. Um, please let me know if you can hear me well, so I know. And it would be great if we could do this more or less interactive. So there is something I'd like to ask you to do. Okay, thank you. Thank you for pointing that you can hear me perfect. Okay, so let's make it a little bit interactive. Like we don't have too much time today. What I hope to do, I hope to make it like a series where there will be couple events specifically for meetup groups and everyone else who would like to join. So um, today I'm gonna just talk about the basic stuff, the very basic stuff, which will include just basic understanding how are the digits in our date of birth basically running. Okay. Now, here's what I would like you to do. Like everyone's date of birth contains 8 digits, right? So, for example, let's say 1305 1994. Okay, so let's say this is an example of the date of birth. Okay, so when we describe date of birth, we can have multiple parameters or multiple descriptions. Hi everyone, whoever is joining, yeah, I I'm glad to see you here. Okay, so we're going to look at the date of birth, and we're going to describe what are possible options that we have in front of us. Uh, no need to write your date of birth yet. Okay, wait with that. What I would love you to do at this point is to calculate the total of all 8 digits. So if you can see on the screen the example that I'm using, the 13th of May 1994, what I'm going to do now, I'm going to calculate total of all 8 digits, which means 1 plus 3 plus 0 plus 3 plus 0 plus 5 plus 1 plus 9 plus 9 plus 4, which will be equal 4, 9, 10, 19, 28 plus 4, 32. Now, 32 is more than one digit, so I'm summarizing these 2 digits again, which will be 3 plus 2 equal 5. So what I would love you to do now is do the same thing, okay? And calculate total of all 8 digits from your date of birth, and then type the total that you receive. I want to see what kind of audience we have here. Well, hypothetically, we have 9 types, from 1 to 9, okay? And the first thing I would like you to type is the total. Great, thank you. And also, well, no, let's leave it at this point for now. Just the grand total for all 8 digits. And for people on Facebook, if you want to be on YouTube as well, you can switch to my YouTube channel, which is Yaroslav ESP, no blanks, no dots, just Yaroslav. Just find Yaroslav ESP on YouTube. You can join us there if you prefer. So we are looking today at the date of birth, at the possible numbers, and how the talents and the unique gifts that you have from the beginning, from the birthright, may go undiscovered. So today we are trying to see what are the gifts and talents you may have and what can be your path to self-discovery. Okay, so not everyone is willing to put the total, so I'll just describe. So like I said, with basic numerology, we work with 9 digits, from 1 to 9. No wonder, right? However, the 0 plays a huge role, but that's time for another discussion. Okay, so let's go from the beginning. We'll start from 1. Guys, if you missed what I said earlier and you want more actively participate, then please calculate the total of all 8 digits of your date of birth, one after another, and type the total that you received. Okay, so if your total is 1, that's about leadership. That's about leadership. That's about taking active position. That's about going forward, taking very active role in life. If your total is number 2, that means that your best scenario for personal development is most of the time staying second position, not being up front like the ones should be doing, And the irony that if you are staying in the second line or the second position and you help someone else to be in the first position, then your outcome, your result will be much better than if you made an effort and you put yourself up front. Well, that's something that you'll need to try and compare the results, but that's basically the theory, how it goes. Okay, with if we look at numerology. And when I talk about numerology, I use two systems. I use Eastern numerology and I also use Tibetan numerology. So basically, what I will be describing, if not today, then next time, it's more like a hybrid of these two. Plus, I'm also using not just numerology, but also Tara numerology, which is a similar system, which also uses numbers and digits from date of birth. However, it uses not digits from 1 to 9, but from 1 to 22. Those are based on major tarot arcanas. I'm also a tarologist, if you didn't know, and I've been practicing for 8 years now, of tarot readings and numerology. So yes, there are also numerological systems based on the major tarot arcanas. So I'm kind of using the hybrid of three or actually four various systems. So uh, back to our numbers. So like I said, one is for leadership, two is actually playing like second roles, like vice president or executive assistant, and helping the other people to be in the front. Now, why are we even discussing that? Because the idea is that the more you fulfill the purpose or the mission, which is considered to be universal mission, well, universal in terms that the universe wants you to do these specific things, and that's why you got this specific date of birth, and you have these specific digits in your date of birth. Okay, so the more you fulfill your universal mission, the better output, the better outcome you will get from the universe, the better results you will be seeing, and the better feedback you will be getting from universe, and the things will work easier. They will go in a smooth way. You will not see many obstacles on your way. Okay, so that's basically why we even discuss that. Okay, so number three. Number three is actually to bring something new to this world. To bring something new, actually to give birth to something new. Okay, and also to take care of everything that is related to nature and take care of children. Okay, so if the total of all your age is three, then the best outcome you may receive if you are dealing with something that is directly or indirectly related to taking care of small kids or taking care of animals or taking care of Mother Earth, of nature. If your total is number four, then it's about building systems, building organizations, um, and managing. Okay, so if your total is number four, then you may be much better building something and not being like active manager of that, but rather franchising it. Okay, building systems. If your total is number five, it's about communication. It's about communication. It's about knowledge transfer, and not just knowledge transfer, something that you can read in the book. It's the practical wisdom, the life related wisdom. It's something that you went through, lived through, or something happened to you, and as a result, you grew stronger. You developed unique qualities developed unique abilities, you became a better person as a result. Now, you can ask me, okay, is it that plain simple? No, it's not that plain simple. And what I'm describing now is not just related to the total that you have calculated 15 minutes ago. Each digit has certain weight within the date of birth. So, for example, if you if your total is 1 and then you have ones, and obviously everyone has ones. If you were born if you were born before year 2000, you will have at least one digit 1 and at least one digit 9 of your date of birth. Okay, so if you have a few ones in your date of birth, that means that the weight that one is playing over in your life is more than 100%, is stronger. Okay, and that works for all digits. So basically, if the same digit that your total is equal to shows up in the date of birth one or a few times, it means that this specific digit will be playing a greater role in your life. However, alternatively, or vice versa, it also works. So, for example, let's say that you have 3 or 4 ones in your date of birth, and it's easy to achieve. Like you could be like November 11th of year 2000. What will you have? You will have 4 ones and 1 2, right? So let's say you have 4 ones, and your total will be 1 2 3 4 6. So the total will be 6. We didn't talk about 6 yet. We're gonna talk about this in a few minutes. But you have 4 ones with a total of 6. That means that you will be confronting way between the 6 and the 1, because 4 ones play almost the same role, like 6. Um, Good example, I had a friend who had not just 4 ones, but 5 ones. Okay. November 11th of 1980 something. And the total was 2, but there were 5 ones. So this person all the time to basically confront themselves between trying to be leader and trying to be led by another person. They always had this, how do you call it? Well, yeah, confrontation would be the best term to describe it, between the willingness to go forward as one and to stay in a more relaxed, more healthy position as two. And it was causing troubles. It was causing troubles in their life. They were, let's say, in business, they were in the leadership position, and then when they were coming home, they were still trying to play this leadership role instead of becoming the type 2 personality who shouldn't be the leader but should be led by other person. And believe me, it didn't help their relationships. Okay, so that's the basic idea of these things work and how specific digit can have different weight on our life, can impact the way we go through life, and can impact the personal scenario that we can go through. Okay, so that was from 1 to 5. Now, 6. 6 is probably the most peaceful and most lovable of all of them. And for number 6 total, it's about making this world a better place, um, in a way that it will look nicer, it will be more harmonious, it will have more light, more love in it. Okay. Uh, how each digit can be played and which professions and which way to go, like that, we'll talk about this later. Okay, so now just basically go over all the digits. Number seven. Number seven are the travelers, okay? Travelers, explorers. If you read these books of Jules Verne or Mind Read or other people like people that passed were explorers through all these countries and like, spent years out of home, removing the unknown spots from the map of the Earth. Okay, this is number seven. Um, Also, number seven can be heavily involved in music or any sort artistry or arts. Number eight. Number eight, they are born protectors. So from the very early years, they will protect other people that need, oh, it looks like they need protection. They will be helping other people, and that's what they really should do. So that's about number eight. So any personal development path for the person whose 8 digits total is equal to 8, or if they have multiple 8s in their date of birth, okay, the protection of other people should be part of their personal development path, should be part of their self-discovery, should be part of their growth. And last but not the least, number 9 is again for knowledge transfer. And you should be asking, okay, so what's the difference between 5 and 9? Well, the difference is fundamental. For 5, it's mandatory requirement to transfer the knowledge that has been practical, that came from the life experience, that is not a theory they read about or heard about. For number 9, it could be the other way around, or it should be the other way around at least. They should be transferring the knowledge which came from books, which came from theoretical articles, from theory, right? Just from like pure knowledge. However, for each digit, there are obviously additional applications. That's what I would describe now. It's just very simple, fundamental. Like it's basically like building, okay, or building a house where we have the foundation, and then it has first floor and second floor, third floor. They all should be built on the on the foundations. So here we are now talking foundation. Uh, Later, we'll be talking about additional floors. So, any questions so far? I know we had one number three, the total of eight. Like people who are watching now, um, type your total, and then I can tell a little bit more about your specific number. So this was the very basic foundation for the digit from 1 to 9. And please keep in mind the stuff that I said about the digits, how they play within the date of birth itself. It's because this is very important. Like this example that I was bringing forward, if the total of 8 digits has a specific, well, it will have a specific digit, and this digit is not showing up among your digits, among your 8 digits of date of birth, then it may be challenging for you to go this way. It means that you have to develop this quality, but you don't have this quality necessarily yet. It means that you need to go through different things and to develop it. Okay, can I have more totals? Okay, I can see 3. Now I can see 6. Okay. Anyone else? So now, please tell me in the comments if you have this digit that is your total within your date of birth. Okay, let's stay way out of politics, please. We are talking about personal development, not about politics. Okay, so for example, we had this date of birth of September 3rd, and the total is 3. So 3 is showing a second time in the date of birth. I mean, the total is 3, and it's showing within date of birth. So yes, that means that you have the qualities that go with the 3. However, it's not just 3, the date of birth. It's 03 and also 09 for September. So if we write it not in the American style with the month coming first, but if we write it in the Eastern style, we will also see that 3 is actually surrounded by zeros, 0 on the left and 0 on the right. If we go like this, then you can see that 3 is actually surrounded by 2 zeros. Now the challenge is when there is 0 by the digit, it's basically removing or destroying the qualities that go with the digit. Okay, or if it's not destroying them completely, it minimizes the positive impact that it may bring into your life. And alternatively, it increases the negative impact that this digit can bring to the life. Now, what is the positive impact and negative impact? Let me start with a simpler example first. Let's say 1. Like you remember me saying that 1 is for leadership. Okay, so if 1 is for leadership, there are 2 types of leaders. Now, put me in the comment quality of a leader which is a leader on the positive side. What do you think? Which qualities do you think will be someone who is a leader on a positive side, who has positive qualities in their character? What will you tell about them? What will you see about such person? Which qualities will they show? Well, at least they will take a good care of their people, right? Um, they may or may not be compassionate, but they will be helpful to the people that follow them. They and they will take care of the people that follow them. However, if the leader is on the negative side, if they went not in positive route, but they went for develop negative qualities, and yes, they will be accountable. Yeah, but now think about on the other side. If they went to the negative side, which qualities will they show? Will they be taking good care of the people that follow them? No. They may be stepping on someone's head as well. They may be putting other people down. Leader which has a strong leadership, but on the negative side, it's not necessarily someone you want to follow. Um, because at any point in time, they they can destroy you. Okay, they can they can use it like a pawn in chess. Okay, and they can sacrifice another person easily. So, is it important to know if the person is on the positive side or a negative side on the personal development path? Obviously, yes. Now, why am I talking about this? Because almost no one talks about the role that zero plays in this game. If there will be multiple zeros, or there will be more than one, then you need to be very careful. And you need to watch very carefully if the person didn't go to the negative side. Because the tendency is, um, if there's 1 0 for the person, it may be challenging to develop the personal qualities that come with that number. The person will have to go through certain experiences and fight certain fights in order to grow and evolve and become the positive best case for for this digit. Okay, for the digit that represents the total. However, if there's zero, there could be multiple blocks, there could be multiple fears, that could be multiple seducing points through their life, where eventually they will gravitate towards becoming more negative person to develop these negative qualities instead of developing the positive qualities. And especially if there are 2 zeros, it becomes even more challenging. So, for example, looking at our number 3. Remember, like I said, that uh, for number 3, it's very important to take care of small kids, take care of animals, take care of trees and plants, like in Mother Earth. However, I have had many clients, when I tell them this, they say, "Oh no, I can hardly tolerate my own kids. I, I just can't be around other kids." And guess what? Usually they would have zero, at least one, by the digit by the digit 3, or they will not have a digit 3 anywhere. However, the total will be 3. You see how it plays? Um, or for number 6, if your total is number 6, on one side you are the person filled with love vibrations, okay? And the number 6 people, they are the best ones from that perspective, that they radiate this feeling of self-confidence and feeling of love, and like everyone loves them. However, on the negative side, if the number 6 is your total, then it can be challenging for you to make up your mind and to make decisions, especially important decisions where things are at stakes and the stakes are high. So and that's one thing. Now, if your total is 6, and let's say, for example, you were born also on the 6th, or you were born in June, so we have 0 and 6 together, then this quality of having hard time to make up your mind or to make decisions becomes really, really strong. So it may be really hard for you to make decisions about something important. And I have had couples, and I was checking the compatibility between the partners, and one of the partners had the six as a total. The other partner always would complain that the other side, the other party, they never can make up their mind. They go left and right. It takes them too long to make any decision, and then the other partner has to step up, to step forward, and just basically make the decisions themselves. So I suggest you look around and see if you have friends or family like that, how it plays in their life. And also on the other side, people whose total is six, they have this incredible sense of style and incredible sense of harmony, where everything should be in harmony in their surroundings, in their environment. And if that's not happening, they don't feel comfortable. And then again, if the total is six, but there is no number six in between the eight digits of the birth, that places certain or has a certain weight on their life circumstances. Now, if there is more, if there's, let's say, if they were born on 16th, for example, or 1986 or 1996, so adding the six into the eight digits, then again the weight of the number six becomes stronger, and the positive things become even more positive, and alternatively, negative qualities they go down even further. So, questions so far? So now it's the time to ask questions that are more specific to you or more specific to your date of birth. Oh, six is a very good number. It has, well, everything has its advantages and disadvantages. And specifically six, it has a lot of advantages and a lot of positive qualities and positive features. However, they come with a few things that some people are hard to tolerate, like indecisiveness that I was talking about, or very strong sense of harmony. Like I have had a few clients in my experience, female clients that told me that they were on a date and they liked the other person and they wanted to continue the date and they would go, let's say, for a romantic evening in the hotel, and they would step into the hotel room, they would look around, and the colors and the styles would be so uncomfortable to them that they will just break the date and they will go home. And it happened not once. I've heard this at least like 3 or 4 times that things could go up to such extreme. And basically, if let's say if I'm talking to a couple where one of the partners is number six, and I'm basically convincing the other person in the couple to allow the six to harmonize the space, to rearrange the space, to redesign the space, so they feel harmonious. And for the other partner to keep like 1 or 2 rooms, um, manage to their level of harmony and their level of compatibility, but the majority, like 80% of the space, should feel harmonious to the six. And that's basically what I'm doing when I'm working with couples, or it could be parent and a child, because the compatibility can be examined not between the partners in a couple, but also between colleagues in business, between friends, between parent and the child, between children. We do have these compatibility issues on all levels of our society. It's not just for couples, and it's not just for like love relationship. It's for any relationship. So yeah, and also this indecisiveness thing. Also, that needs to be explained to the other party. That, yeah, if you need to make a decision, don't ask the sixth to make a decision. Either do it yourself or just do it together. Which career? Well, it's not necessarily about the career. It's about the path, and the path is to make this world a better place, a nicer place, and more beautiful place. So to make things more beautiful, you can do interior design, you can do landscape design, you can do even cave design, or you can paint pictures, or you can be like doing some arts in construction. Like I knew some people that use like regular plaster, and they basically made like beautiful pictures and beautiful ornaments, like basically the art, like just using regular drywall plaster. So anything that will make the world and the surroundings more beautiful is good for sex. Now, it doesn't mean that you cannot be a trainer, or it cannot like you can be even like a fitness trainer. You can be doing massages, because both will be basically making other people nicer, right? And feel better. So the applications, they can go like way beyond something specific, and that's when we need to do like a very deep analysis, and we need to calculate the weight of other digits. For example, let's say if your total is 6, but you were born on 5th of May 1985. Okay, so just look at this. Let's make it. So let's say if it's 05, 05, 1986, for example. The total will be 5, 10, 11, 20, 28, 34. All the total will be 7 in this case. Okay. Um, but look at this. The total is 7. So you need to do the travel, and you need to be an explorer, and you need to visit multiple places and even better multiple countries. However, you have 5 in the day and 5 in the month. So in this case, your secondary path, or your secondary scenario will be about transferring the knowledge, about transferring the practical knowledge. So in this case, the best combination could be being an explorer that goes to another city or another country, learns something, practices something, and that comes back and starts transferring this knowledge, starts teaching about the same stuff that they just learned in the other place. So you see, it's not enough to specify the career based on just one number, because to specify the career or to specify a specific niche that can play the best the person, we need to take into consideration multiple parameters. We need to take into consideration the total. We need to take into consideration the day, because for example, uh, let's say if day is 23, okay, if day is 23, it actually plays out as 5. Or if it's 21, it plays out as 3. So, first of all, we consider as a foundation the total of 8 digits. Then floor number one is the total for the day. Then floor number two is how many times each digit shows up within the 8 digits. So we consider the weight of all these digits. And then floor number three, we do another calculation and we calculate the hidden energy that comes with the date of birth. And then floor number four is what is called the money section, the chart of the date of birth. Like I said, I'm using a hybrid, or I'm putting together knowledge from four different systems, two systems of numerology, Eastern and Tibetan, and two systems of the tarot numerology, which is also formulas, but digits are from 1 to 22 based on major tarot arcanas versus the regular numerology, which uses digits from 1 to 9. And then the next, and so basically we need to talk about 4 or 5 parameters in order to specify the career path which will be better for the person. And yes, of course, within this short life thing, I cannot just go all the 5 floors to say specific career path. But so here now we're talking about the foundation. Okay, so any career that you'll be choosing should be related to this specific thing that we just discussed, right? 6, it's making the surroundings more beautiful, more nicer, and more lovable, right? Um, to the extent that people surrounding you will feel more love from the world and will radiate more love to the world. And that's one of the major purposes for the 6. Yeah, to show the world around you how to radiate the love from the heart. So that's basically in the nutshell how it works. So yes, if you want to learn your specific path, your specific career ways, then yeah, um, it doesn't require much time. Take like 30 minutes to go over these things. So if you want to explore it in details, then you need to find someone like myself or someone else who does this type of analysis, spend 30 minutes with them, like on a private consultation, and then get these parameters in place in that level of details, like I was explaining, yeah, when you can put together all the numbers. And if you work with someone who can do tarot readings, that's even better because then not only we can say potential scenario how it should go, but also we can do the like basically we can do a check. We can examine it using the tarot cards. Um, what actually can block this career way for you, career path for you, and which which things prevent you from even going there. So total is 6. There's no shows twice in the 8 digits. What does it mean? Um, this no shows twice. You mean it does show twice, or it doesn't show at all? Like if you want, you can type the full date of birth. That will be easier for me to say. Oh, the number 6 shows twice within the 8 digits. That means that the specifics of the number 6 become even more important. But then again, do you have 0 by the 6 or you don't? That's why it's important when we look at the date of birth, we need to look at all the digits to see if there are zeros, because if zero shows up, that means that there will be fears, there will be blocks, there will be internal and external obstacles that will be preventing from the person to go the best route and to develop the best qualities. Okay, there's 1 0. So yeah, that also needs to be taken into consideration, and not just the digits need to be reviewed, but also we need to do either intuitive reading or a tarot reading or Akashic Chronic readings to find out which blocks are there and which blocks actually prevent from the best possible scenario to evolve and unfold in your life. For example, let's say for people born in January, January is 0, 1. So 1 is about being a leader, but 0 preceding the 1 or following the 1 actually kills the leadership qualities in such person. And they may fear they may fear public speaking. They may fear to take quantum leap in their development. They may fear to show initiative and step forward and take upon themselves additional responsibility. However, they should be doing this in order to grow. And to wrap things up, like the thing with the 0, 1, I have experienced in my own life as well. And for many years, I was feeling very comfortable and very nice staying on the second line, like helping someone to be in the first place until I learned these things, and then I realized, no, I need to be the one. I need to go on stage. I need to step forward. I need to make this quantum leap move. And then things became very different in my life. Much more satisfactory, much more fulfilling. Um, I will tell more about this another time. So we'll be wrapping up now. There will be more things like that. So I appreciate the feedback. If you can put in the comments, do subscribe to my channel, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. They are multilingual. They have stuff in English. They have stuff in Russian. Um, there will be stuff in both languages. So don't get lost in information. And yeah, majority of the things that I will be doing, they will be recorded anyway. And if you need more information, just don't shy to get in touch. Write me a message. Telegram as well. You can, even in this recording, you can see the QR code in the left upper corner. That's for my Telegram, so you can message me on Telegram. And now is a new year. There will be gifts. There are actions. There are things on sale. There are multiple gifts. So if you want to explore and see what's available, yeah, we can discuss that as well. And I thank everyone who has been here, and thank you for helping me to actually fulfill my mission, which is transferring the knowledge. And you just helped me to do that. So I thank you for that, and I hope to see you in the next live, event that I'll be doing. Also, for those that speak Russian, I will be having another session where I'll be doing tarot readings and will be answering questions in tarot. That will be on Facebook, on my personal page. Not sure if that's going to be on YouTube. Okay, so thanks again, and see you next time.